Hi, I'm Safi and welcome to the first official episode of Eating Out at Home.
Hi, right, today we're going to be making salmon en croute. Okay, this is a Tesco real food recipe. We have all kinds of recipes on the website at www.eatingoutathome.co.uk. Okay, salmon en croute. This serves 8 people, and I've got here a 1 kilogram pack of salmon. Okay, we also need 100 grams of watercress, 125 grams of mascarpone cheese, 2 lemons zested, 2 packs of ready-made puff pastry. Okay, it's really convenient to just buy the stuff. A medium egg beaten, and if you want, you can have some courgettes. I'm just going to do new potatoes with some broccoli and leeks, but you know, you can have the accompaniments that you'd like.
Nice and simple for a dinner party.
Exactly, Safi. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and hunt down the watercress. Come with me.
We're going to get it from our garden.
It's actually from the pond, so it'll need a really good rinse. There's Max, and here he comes. Thank you, darling.
That will need a
Thanks, Dad.
Yes. Okay, back to the kitchen. Okay, here's the watercress.
Oh, that's very nice and fresh.
It's very good, isn't it? We'll give it a good rinse. Okay, I'm going to leave that to soak in some cold water for a few minutes, just to make sure that it's lovely and clean. Okay, so the first job is to preheat the oven. It's 200 degrees for a usual oven, I think it's a convection oven, 180 for a fan. We're using a fan oven, so 180 it will be. Okay, that's fine. We need to whiz the watercress in a food processor. Okay, and add the mascarpone, lemon zest and season.
We don't have a food processor. If you don't either, then you can use a liquidizer like us.
Well, this is I think it's called a blender.
A blender?
And I had it first when our daughters were babies, and I would liquidise all their food. And it's about 13 years old now, but it's brilliant. Okay, so let's get the watercress. Okay, let's pop that in the bowl. Let's whiz it up.
Ready? Oh.
Okay. Right. And then we're going to add in the mascarpone.
How much mascarpone?
Right. On the recipe, it calls for 4 ounces.
Okay.
Now, my tub is exactly 8 ounces.
So half of that.
Well, you could use half, but you know what? I'm going to use it all.
It's nearly double.
No, that's fine. You know, that's the thing with cooking. You just need to be a little bit relaxed in how you do it, and not be too stringent with everything. This will just, you know, make it really nice and creamy.
Okay. I can smell it.
Smell nice?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks nice. Ish.
Okay, so that's ready. So we need 2 lemons zested.
Okay.
So I'm going to zest them using a grater. Straight into the mix. wash these first as well, obviously, just to make sure they're nice and clean. And this is one of our recipes from www.eatingoutathome.co.uk. And they're all quick and simple recipes. Just take a few minutes to produce.
Now that's all in the bowl, what are we going to do?
I'm just going to mix that around. Okay, that's a zest of 2 lemons, along with the watercress and the mascarpone cheese.
Okay.
Mixed together nicely. We need to season it now. So,
Salt and pepper.
that's it. I like to use sea salt. A little bit in there.
And some pepper in there
And some pepper
as well.
Okay, let's give it a mix.
So stir it round.
Stir it around. It's all combined.
Just flicking the camera.
Sorry. Okay, now we need to wash and pat dry the salmon. So I've already washed it. So with some kitchen roll, just pat it dry. That's done. Okay. Spread the watercress mixture over one side of the fillet. Well, we've got skin on one side, so we won't spread it on that side. We'll spread it on this side here. So we need to roll out the puff pastry. That's our next job. I'm going to lightly dust the table so that my puff pastry won't stick to it. Okay, line the tin with greaseproof paper.
Now, what are you doing?
Right, now I'm just rolling out the pastry. So this is ready-made puff pastry, okay? Just makes life simple. One of those little shortcuts. You don't have to make everything from scratch. Right, so it needs to be big enough for our salmon to just sit nicely on the top of.
Is it going to wrap around the salmon or is it just going to sit on it?
This is going to just be at the bottom.
Okay. That looks good.
Yeah, it's coming on nicely. Right, what does it say? Lay the salmon in the centre of one sheet of pastry. Brush around it with egg and season. Okay, so that can be big enough. There's our salmon. Oh, perfect.
It's a big bit of salmon, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's a kilogram of salmon.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So now I need an egg.
So what are you doing now then, Mum?
Right, I'm now going to break an egg into this jug. And just beat it slightly, you know, just to break the egg up. Let's go to the fridge. It's Safi.
Hello. That's quite embarrassing.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Okay, so now we're going to spread the mascarpone cheese mix on the salmon, covering it completely. Then we're going to place the puff pastry on top.
Now we're putting the puff pastry on top.
Yeah. Place it on top. That'll do.
Or maybe not.
And just pinch around the edges to seal it all the way round. And then we're going to glaze it with the remainder of the beaten egg. Okay, so here's Safi and she's making some shapes to go on top of the salmon en croute. We've got one fish already, which is perfect. Okay, there's the finished product with Safi's fish on top. Now about to go into the oven. It goes into the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. And here we have the finished salmon en croute, cooked for 35 minutes, ready to be eaten.